Sarasota Tim talks for 45 minutes about how great he is and how that everything that he has, it's the best. Now, good old Timmy, he only put out 2 videos yesterday, but they were long ones. The first one was 20 minutes, and the second one was just under 46 minutes. It was 45 minutes and 40-some, but yeah, just under 46 minutes. However, the videos were very different. And, I mean, one could even say that they were contradictory. So let's dive into it and talk about it a little bit. All right, we're going to start with the morning video, the one he did early in the day. And now we had to remember that this is Tim speaking. So this is the guy who, I mean, he pinches pennies. Everything has to be, at one thing that he says everything's the best. It's the top of the line. It's this. And he spends $100,000 on vehicles. And then on the other hand, it's like, oh, I'm not giving that much. I'm going to buy the cheapest. And it's got to be at $5 for a golf glove and all that. So keep that in mind when we listen to Timmy talk about his trip. Now, from what Tim says, apparently there were some people that had mentioned that his trip was quite expensive and the way he stayed at the place that was $200 a night and everything. But he took offense to that, and he's just going to tell you that money is no object.
About some of the cost, well, that's really kind of a moot point, isn't it? I mean, it costs what it costs. And some people were saying you could have got a resort. No, you can't. If a campsite is $200, you know darn well that a resort, you might be able to find some maybe.
But anyway, the point is that it's a moot point, and it is what it is. It costs what it costs. This is somebody who, I mean, come on. What do you mean? I want to pay it for it, but their stuff it's over $3. I'm not paying that, but well, it costs what it costs. Well, come on, Tim. You can spend over $200 a night to park your little camper, but you can't spring for what, $10 to pay it forward and be a good Christian? Tim, he then goes on to talk about going and getting a pressure washer. He's going to go get a pressure washer so he can hose off everything. He doesn't want anything to blow the paint off now. I don't want anything to blow the paint off. I just want to wash some stuff, but you can get them at Walmart and everywhere, yeah, for under $100. Anyway, he goes on and on about this pressure washer. Well, I don't know. I'm not an RVer and I don't go to campsites, but I've been watching these nomads for quite some time now, well over 10 years. And I don't think that if you are camping your trailer at some RV park or campsite, I don't think they're going to smile and take too kindly to you hooking up a pressure washer to their water and hosing off your fleet of vehicles. So that's just one more little hint that if he's getting a pressure washer, he has a water supply somewhere, and that's not at an RV park. So again, is he at a house or a condo? Then we have more talk about towing and the hitch, and that goes on and on and on forever. Wasn't there like 3 or 4 videos about this tow hitch? But he talks about that, and he talks about, and I'm bringing this up for a reason because later he contradicts himself, but he talks about, yeah, I know that trailer's back there.
But anybody ever tells you that you don't know something's behind you that's close to 7,000 pounds, like my trailer, I don't think they're being completely honest, because I knew it was back there. I take off at a red light. I know I got something behind me. I'm not just.
That's right. Remember that. I know it's back there. It's there. I know. And it was swaying. It was that. I had to go get this adjusted, that adjusted. But yeah. Well, we all know how that works. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that. And remember, keep that in the back of your mind for later. Oh, and by the way, have you noticed from when he was down there till now, it looks like when Timmy got home from his little trip, it looks like he found his hair dye again and applied that shit liberally once he got home, because his hair didn't look like that when he was down there. He was a little bit grayer, looked older. I even mentioned it in the previous video that he was looking a little bit old. Now, here we go. Got good old Timmy, got all his his sides and his top's all touched up. All right, let's get back on track here. Okay. Then Timmy starts talking about traveling out west again, but he's going to have to sell stuff for gas money.
For their homes in case of a power outage and stuff like that. So that can help with generate a few dollars for some gas money to take the trip across country, because between the fuel I spent going to the Keys, which I'm never going to complain about, but you can't believe a damn thing I say. Of course I'll complain about it.
That's right. Of course you're going to complain about it. At one hand, the price, it is what it is. It costs what it costs. It's a moot point. To, oh man, I gotta sell stuff just so I can travel. I need some fuel money. Wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Come on, people. You're slacking on the buy me a coffees. Hook a brother up. This bitch needs some money. So yeah, he's talking about selling stuff so he can travel. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the we and the my. Whatever are you talking about? Well, here, just listen. He talks about, we were going to do this. We did this. We did. But then when it comes to we were going to do this and we took you to see that and we wanted to show you this, but we got there late and we did this. But at my campsite,
they give you sunrises and we had the clouds. So other than that one morning where you saw a little peek of it, we weren't able to give you a really, really amazing sunrise, which you would get right there at my campsite if it wasn't cloudy. The day we left,
see, we did this, we did that, we did this, we were going to do this, we couldn't do that. But when you were at it wouldn't be ours or whatever. Look, we all seen it. We all know that you are together with Tammy again. We all know. I don't care if you call it a collaboration or whatever the hell you call it. We know you're together. For whatever reason, whether you were always together, she never left, whatever the deal is, whatever your little secret is, it's not a secret. So we know who we is. It's you and Tammy. So that was the morning one. Now let's dive into the long one, shall we? That's right, the evening chat. It was a long one. That's right. Let's compare it because this long-winded blowhard talked for just shy of 46 minutes about how great he is and how everything he has is top of the line and best on the planet. And we also get a taste of some Tim math. Oh boy, you're going to love this one. So it all starts with Tim in the staged Flagstaff, because I still think he doesn't live there. I still think him and Tammy have a place somewhere. But anyway, again, referred to getting a pressure. You're not hooking up a pressure washer at some camp. They're not going to allow that. But anyway, so he's in the Flagstaff, and he's, of course, doing his usual, making coffee and telling us about, this one makes 12. I don't know how I made this little one. Oh my God. Oh, anyway, coffee. But then he gets into how perfect the Flagstaff is.
There is one of these for sale for $35,000. And let me tell you, folks, without splitting hairs, if you're going to buy a new camper and you're buying anything just under 30 feet and you want a dual axle and
tell us about Tim.
A 13.5 AC unit.
More.
Solar.
That's what else?
On and on and on.
Come on, give us the list.
You're not going to find a better value than that. I assure you.
Yeah,
I have no regrets on mine.
That's right. No regrets. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best on the market. He said it several times, and you're not going to get a better one. That's right. Because Tim said, and if you can't believe Timothy Baker, who just said, you can't believe a damn thing I say, then who can you believe? Then Timmy decides that when he's done making his coffee and everything, he's going to gather his stuff and he's going to go over and he's going to sit down in his nice comfy chair in the best RV on the market. And he's just going to start yabbering. That's right. He's going to talk again for almost 46 minutes. But now, earlier that morning, he was telling, I know it's back here and it toes like it and I got to get this adjusted. And he talked all about how everything was towing. Well, now tow's perfect. Perfect. My truck and the trailer, perfect. It's a perfect match. My trailer's perfect, and the new truck I bought is perfect. It tows perfect.
Another time in Georgia recently, and now all the way down to the Keys and back. And I'm sitting in it right now, and every single light works. Every single spigot works.
Spigot.
Everything is working. The tires still look brand new.
Oh, yeah.
It looks brand new. It tows like a dream. And wherever I go, I'm home. And
it tows like a dream. All the spigots work. It's a good thing. Because that's what's important. When you have a home, that all your spigots work. Oh, but yeah, everything's a dream. Everything's great. Then we move on to explaining some money and some purchases and why he did what he did and why he has this fleet of vehicles. So Tim, the great RV expert that he is, I don't own one. I don't live in one. And I know far more than Tim does about RVs. He thinks he can run his air conditioner and do this and do that, and he can go boondocking. He doesn't know dick. Just the example of his weight distribution hitch and how it didn't work and how he has no idea and how he has to run back to the shop 25 times just to get that shit figured out and hooked up, somebody to hook it up for him. The man knows nothing about RVing, but he's going to tell us that. Now, see, here's why I bought what I did, because see, if you go out and you get a Class A or a Class C, now that's first the Class A, what, $150,000, $200,000. A Class C, it's smaller than this trailer, and it's $100,000. So I have a $40,000 trailer and a $60,000 truck, and that's way better. That $100,000 is way better than me spending $100,000 on a Class C or a Class A. See? So there you go. And it just doesn't get any better than that. Plus, now see, I'm Timmy Baker. Just because I told you that the truck was $60,000 and the trailer was $40,000, I didn't give near that much.
you forget about what you've given for your previous car, you know, if you've had it for a couple of years. That pain is over. And you only concern yourself with what you got to pay difference for your new items. So that $100,000.
Yeah, that's not it.
That this and that retail for, I gave half.
So Timmy says he gave half. That's right. I gave half. I didn't give that much. See, Timmy always talks about, well, see, just by me sitting here, I'm getting thousands of dollars just are dumped into my pocket. I just sit here and I hold my pocket open and money just flies in because I'm sitting here doing nothing. That's how that works. Now, just because I spent this much on the Tundra, no, that goes away. That doesn't count. That's not money that I spent. You don't count that. You only count the money that you gave. And just because you didn't do something, money doesn't fly into your pocket. Again, I didn't buy a brand new Ford F-250. Therefore, I just got $60,000. It's right here in my pocket because I didn't buy one. It doesn't fucking work that way, Tim. But we'll get into more Tim math later. Again, stick around. You're going to love this one. So then Timmy continues on and he talks about, once again, how he didn't work. He didn't work hardly at all. But he did say that he worked in the car business until 1992. And then he slacked off. He said, I didn't work and blah, 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 blah. And then he went on to say, and told this little story about how I'm an entrepreneur, which made me laugh. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't drinking anything because I'd definitely spit it out through my nose. But he said, I'm an entrepreneur. I was going to get some stuff and I was going to run around and polish out headlights. And to me, look, if you're in the car business from the 70 to 90, whatever, 20 years, whatever, and you're talking all this blah, 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 and you're, no. And you're talking about after that, you left and you were going to go polish headlights, but you wound up selling oil change coupon. You didn't sell shit at the car. You know what you were? You worked in the detail shop. I'm still saying I'm sticking with it. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. You can't convince me otherwise that Timmy was not working in the detail shop, that he was some kind of big, I'm an entrepreneur. And after I got out of the car business, I was going to go polish headlights. Get the hell out of here. But I thought that was funny as shit.
Still work doing something. I was gonna polish out headlights. I'm an entrepreneur. I was gonna go around with my 4Runner at the time.
I still laugh every time I hear it.
And I was gonna have some battery operated ones with extra batteries. And I learned a technique to polish out.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear him say, I'm an entrepreneur, I gotta laugh. This shit just trips me out. Oh, man. All right. I promised it to you. I promised it. Now here it is. It's some Tim math, because after he explained how he worked from whatever to the 90s, and then he just didn't work, he does some Tim math, and it shows just how awesome that Timmy is. I mean, I think he should be a math teacher in school, because this dude, he is on point with his math skills.
Most of my life, I didn't work as much as I could have, or made as much as I could have.
Here we go.
Because I was basically semi-retired. I've been semi-retired because when I had my own business, after I got out of the car business, that was back, I got out of the car business in, started in like 75, and it was in it till 92.
So from 92, like he's going to try to figure out.
And then I got into my advertising business around 92 or 93.
Here we go. Ready?
So since 92 or 93.
Take your shoes off, Tim.
If I'm 65 now and 24, 92, this is too difficult.
You know your gazintas. Come on.
92, 2002, 2012, 2022. And 32 years ago.
Okay, so 32 years ago.
Hang on.
65.
Hang on.
32 years ago.
65, 55, 45, 42 years old. Since I've been a little over 40 years old, I have literally been semi-retired, where I only worked a few days a week, a few hours a day. And then since 62, when the pandemic came and put me...
We heard all about that, but yeah. So, 32 years ago, Timmy stopped working. And Timmy is now 65. So, 32 years ago, according to Tim, he'd have been 42 years old. Because 65 minus 32, where Tim went to school, is 42. No, dickhead. You were 33 years old, you dipshit. But come on. This is the guy that people take financial advice from. This is the guy that has millions of views, and people go, oh, he's watched Timmy and I went and retired at 62 because this guy made sense. I listened to this guy throwing out numbers. This is the guy who told you every year you don't. You're throwing this much money on the table. But yeah, go ahead, people. Take advice. Let this wizard show you some numbers. Now, I often wondered, and you probably heard me ask the question, how does someone that makes $1,700 a month from Social Security afford $100,000 worth of vehicles in just a couple months? Well, it's obviously Timmy math.
A trip. I got a vehicle, that Honda, that was free. And every time I do something like that, puts money in my pocket that I didn't spend doing it this way.
There you go. He got a free Honda. How did he get a free Honda? I thought it was $40,000. I thought he stood there in the parking lot. Sarasota Honda, this here guy here, he did this, and you come over down here, and he's going to give you a good deal. I thought he stood there and told us I had to take a note. I'm not rich. I had to take a note. Now he's telling us it was free. Was it free, or did you take a note? Are you rich and you just paid it off, or did they give it to you because you're Sarasota Tim and you showed them your YouTube channel, and they said, well, here, you need to have this $40,000 car. Take it. It's yours. It's free. That's right. You heard him. I'm not making this up. This isn't AI. This isn't me. This is Timmy. He said his Honda was free. So, well, maybe we should be taking financial advice from Tim. He got a free fucking Honda. Top of the line at that. Touring edition. With window tint tire shine. For free. All right, now Timmy says that he has the best health insurance ever, and of course, everything is the best. But he said it covers everything. Wasn't he just crying about copays and shit before? I don't know. But he says his health insurance is the best, his auto insurance is the best, and everything that he owns, well, yeah, it's Tim's. It's the best.
Deal there is on Hondas. I got the best Honda there is. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying.
Not bragging.
These models. This truck I got is not the most expensive. It is not the best to some people. It is the best value, bar none, for the equipment and the
what else, Tim?
what it has on.
What about your trailer? Tell us about your trailer.
And this camper, while it's nowhere near as expensive as a Class A or other campers or longer campers or Airstreams and those kind of things, it is probably the best value, in my opinion, and the best floor plan I've ever seen.
So there you go. Tim tells you it's the best. It's the best because, you know, it's what I think is the best. Now, this is how the best it is. Now, it's not better than Airstreams or this or the long ones or the short ones or the tall ones or this fifth wheels or that one. And he names 17,000 things that it's not the best of, but it's the best, and it's the best floor plan. Then again, let's not forget it's Tim, and he still claims that, yeah, guess what else he is? He's still a minimalist.
And now I've got, with the new car, the Honda, now I'm back up to the 100. Okay? But it includes a sidecar that's also brand new with full factory warranty. So now, when I claim to be a minimalist, and I am.
He is.
I am not one with one car. I am not one with a small camper. I am not one with one pair of shoes. I am not a self-prescribed minimalist, and I'm not a miser.
That's right. Timmy's not a minimalist with one pair of shoes, and he's not one with... And this is the guy who sat at the gas pumps, remember, for a half an hour making a video telling us that you don't need more than one vehicle, even if you're a couple. One sits home and watches Grit TV while the other one goes to the store. You don't need multiple vehicles. Remember that? I do. I wonder if Timmy remembers saying that. But now he has a fleet because he's Mr. Big Bucks, right? But he's still a minimalist. I can have 14 cars. I can have 17 pairs of shoes. I can have 12 watches. I can have 47 grills that I buy and take back and buy and take back and buy another one, take back, buy and take another. I can do all that and still be a minimalist. Come on, people. If Tim can do math, I guess he can be a minimalist too. Now, we talked about this a little bit earlier on about him and being, we did this and we did that and all this other stuff. But now, several times, Timmy refers to himself as single or being by himself.
And so this affords me to make some decisions. One, I'm by myself. Two, my extra money that I want to spend to
he goes on to say a couple different times that, yeah, he's single. I'm single and I can do, blah, 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 and he goes on and on about all that. But yeah, come on. We all know he's not single. He's with T-Bucket. He also goes on and says, about he's debt free. How can you have all those vehicles that you just bought and be debt? Oh, that's right. The Honda's free. So I'm sure the truck was free too. I don't know, but we know he's not single. We know he's not debt free. We know everything he has is not the best. We know for damn sure that he is not an entrepreneur. His health insurance isn't that great. He is complaining about copays and everything. So yeah. Oh, it's the bad, completely. Yeah. He talks about the cost of the trip and then that it's moot and it's what it is. Blah, blah, blah. We've spent a lot of money. So what? Who cares? And now, I got to sell stuff so I can afford gas money to drive across the country. If you can afford $100,000 in vehicles, you should also be able to afford the fuel. If you can afford to insure all those vehicles, you should be able to afford the fuel. Now, I say he says he's single, so people don't know he's getting T-Bucket to pay for all kinds of stuff, and therefore, he doesn't need as much money because she's footing the bill for a lot of stuff. Now, he talked about the cost of the vehicles being not what they are. No. See, I didn't give that much. It was that much. It was that much. No, I didn't give that much, folks. No, I might have $100,000 worth of vehicles and then a $40,000 trailer, but I didn't give that much, folks. It doesn't work that way. See, folks, I only gave half of that. So I still need your coffee donations. So yeah, don't get all caught up in numbers and stuff because I showed you the math. And yes, it's 92 and I was 65, so I'm 48. But anyway, so yeah, he's doing that because he doesn't want people to think, what? Shit, dude, you got $100,000 to throw around to buy vehicles. You don't need my damn $5 buy me a coffee. You don't need me to click on your Amazon link. You don't need me to send you shit. If you got $100,000 to throw away on vehicles, you probably have $100,000 or $200,000 to go buy a house or get a condo. But again, it really doesn't matter all that much because, it was all figured out with Tim math. And I just showed you that his math skills, yeah, they're that of a fourth grader.
Go. Hey everybody, Barco Tim here. Got me a new cowboy hat. I'm here at the Walmart. This is Blind Views, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.